because it's the very special day that we celebrate our
Chief Executive.
CEO, Chief
Mm.
Executive Officer, and the Executive Producer in person of the United Library, Ashaolu. And on behalf of every other staff of Extreme Radio Vision, I want to wish you a very happy birthday and many happy returns when your days belong on earth. We pray that everything you lay your hands on, you shall prosper, and everything you have done, you shall be met. Yeah, you shall be rewarded in multiple folds. Thank you very much for everything that you do. We celebrate you especially, and I'm sure my guest on the show today would also like to celebrate you one way or another.
All right. Good day to all our viewers. Thank you for joining us once again on your favorite program, the CONFAB. But today will be the special edition of the CONFAB. Why? Because today is the day that we are celebrating our Chief Executive Officer, a person of Deacon Michael Adeboye Ashaolu, popularly called Omo Iyalakara. Once again, I still remain my humble self, Adenipekun Afolabi, your prince on the show. Thanks for joining us.
All right, and then we have another staff of Extreme Radio Vision who would like to say a word or two before we step into the program proper.
Good morning. Good day, esteemed navigators. Esteemed myself, Ayomikun, AY for short. I'm using this medium to wish the CEO a very happy birthday. Let me pray this in Yoruba. Ẹ máa ṣe àmọ́dún ìgbà ọdún kan nínú owó, nínú ayọ̀, nínú àlàáfíà. A very happy birthday to you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for Afolabi and Ayomikun. Thank you very much. Today on the confab, we shall be talking about something very, very short because we have a lot of things to do. And in fact, one thing, one thing that we want to do, that is a lot of things that we want to do, is to celebrate our darling or dear CEO. I don't want to use darling, so it doesn't sound. Our dear CEO. By the way, um, well, I today we shall be joined on the confab by another by a guest that will be calling in from Nigeria, from somewhere in Nigeria, and we shall be having a discussion together today. As we are getting on the okay, I'm sure we have our online already. Good afternoon,
Good afternoon, Lex.
and welcome to the confab. And I'm sure you're happy to be with us as much as we're happy to have you on the confab.
I'm elated. Yes, very, very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
This is the confab on Esteem Radio Vision, and today we have just one topic to discuss. But of course, it's important. It's important that we have that conversation. We've had a lot of conversation, especially because today we are still in the month of October, where we celebrated or where we commemorated, not celebrated. We commemorated with the people that we lost on the 20th of October 2020. That is the gallant soldiers that were lost at Lekki Tollgate, which was as a result of a rebellion or a fight against police brutality. And today we're going to be talking about a particular topic or a particular incident that happened that tends to expose another set of police brutality. A young man was accosted on the road by police officers, and the young man was asked to bring his phone, to show his phone, and the man refused. The young man refused because, according to the rules of engagement of the police, according to what the police have told us citizens, that it is not in their rules of engagement to accost anybody except you are under investigation and you've been arrested. That's when your phone can be searched or can be checked. Apart from that, if you are just walking on the road, police has no right to search your phone. This man was walking on the road and they almost forced him, or they were trying to force him into their car, which is not something that police have told us or made us to understand to be normal. Now, I would like for us to watch this video before continuing this conversation. All right, you're welcome back. This is the video, and this is what people were able to capture from um, what happened with this man. I would like to let me start with Ayomiko. This is another evidence of police brutality, right? And I would like for us to please tell us how this makes you feel, because this is 23. Today is 23, and just 3 days ago we commemorated 5 years of the NSAS protest, and the massacre at Lekki Tollgate. How does this make you feel?
Thank you, Alex. you see, you see this whole story. I mean, after the NSAS protest, the NSAS brutality. Actually, there are some other cases even after the protest, after what happened during the protest. There are some other cases that we've seen that police still, you know, they are still trying the means to, to still do, to to still use their forceful to use forceful to handle your youth forcefully, to get things from them,
Just to extort.
just to extort them. Now this is a very very clear evidence of what we youth will be fighting for. Now, one thing I just said about in this video is that adding being that this video is not adding being that this is not in an open place, assuming it is an enclosed environment where people are not passing. Maybe there is just the it's just the person, the guy that wants to search his phone, and the policeman alone that are there. To what length do you think these policemen are going to go to get to search the guy's phone? Imagine, look at them dragging the guy, even like dragging the guy. That's a whole lot of things, and that's a whole lot, and that's what we'll be fighting for. We said we want this police brutality to end, and still it has not ended. And then there's a bill that is passed that they said no youth should hand over their phone to any police or to any police officer. To any police officer, only if there's search warrant with the police officer that you can hand over your phone to them. But then, yeah, there's no evidence that the policeman tendered their search warrant to search the man's phone. So I mean, so this is just so saddening, because like Lex said, October 2020 we are still commemorating with the people that lost their lives in Lekki Tollgate, and still this thing is still happening.
Well, I cannot what they said. It does.
I mean, it's a whole lot, and it's so sad that this is still happening in Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much, Ayomiko. I'm going to take Taiwo, who is joining us from on the phone. Taiwo, this is the case of police brutality or unnecessary exertion of high-handedness from people in uniform. Please, I would want you to tell us. I would want us to express your feelings as how this makes you feel. Remembering or considering that just recently we commemorated with the people we lost on the 20th of October 2020. 5 years today, or 5 years this year.
Yes, thank you, Lex. That was a beautiful contribution from Ayomikun, and he kind of picked some of my like contents, but then I would just iterate. And first, let me say thank you so much for the privilege. Yes, it just reminds everybody. It reminds me, the first thing that comes to mind was the fact that NSAS, like, those pictures, the remembrance of people were lost, and then the fact that we did 5 years remembrance some days ago. And it just speaks the question of how far have we gone with NSAS? What were the sustainable effect of what happened then? And remembering the bill that was passed, are they even following this? So it looks like most of our policemen are not professional. Let me say security men are not professional in their approach. It's like we need a total security reform so that these people can know the basics. What are the standards? What are the rules? What are the laws guiding this thing? You can't just come to me and say you want to check something on my phone. And the scenario is kind of looking like maybe they've requested for something from the guy and the guy is not giving them, so they just retaliated like a very unprofessional person. So this should definitely be looked into by her leaders in that sector. And also, if we confirmed any charges against anyone, the right thing is to sure take the person to, if you have your search warrant, take the person to police station and then check for further investigation to affirm that okay, this person is guilty of the charges pressed against him or her also. So the main thing is just that how far have we gone with NSAS? What are the like active measures that are being taken by our leaders, by our policemen, by the leaders in that sector, especially security reform? A lot of things has happened afterwards. And thank God people were around, like Ayomiko said, reverse would have been the case. They probably would injure the guy or even kill the guy. All this, accidental discharge, as they so call it. So I would just say, or I will beseech, like I always say, beseech our government that they should ensure there is a security reform on this particular subject matter because it's continually goes on and on. I believe it has reduced. I believe it has reduced, but it can only get better in that light. So that would be my own contribution to this conversation. Thank you so much for having me. I
All
really
right, thank you
appreciate it.
very much for joining. That's a very wonderful way to put it. That's a very wonderful way to look at it. But I would like to ask Afolabi this. This is we've been complaining about police brutality. Do you think there is actually a different way? There is a different approach that could save youths from this constant embarrassment on the road? I mean, is there anything the youth can do differently that can save them from such embarrassments on the road? Because if you're clean, this is a clear embarrassment. They said a clear heart fears no
Mm,
accusation, right? But even if you don't
mm,
fear any accusation, with the Nigerian police, you can still be a victim. You can still be a
mm,
victim. So
mm.
if that's the case, what do you think can be done differently to ensure that these kind of things can be completely avoided?
Okay, thank you, Lex, and to Ayomiko and Margaret. You see, one thing about the Nigerian police, they, not all of them, so that I will not use the fallacy of generalization, but most of the personnel in the Nigerian police, the way they were operating, it is unprofessional. Because how can you ask someone to give you your his phone or her phone, and he said, "What do you want to do with my phone?" I think if you need something to search on the phone, you should have maybe you caught that person at the scene of perpetrating evil or whatever. You can arrest him. When you get to the police station, you have the access to his phone, and him also will have access to his lawyer. That the lawyer will be present, his phone will be there. Then you can continue searching if there's anything you discover that maybe you want to get from the phone. But with this video that we just watched now, it shows that the police officer want to do it out of order, not that it is official. You just want to do it maybe to get something for themselves
For the road.
for the road. Yes, now you know Roger
Mhm.
now Roger. You know all these Roger things should stop. And you know what? Even the so-called the police officer that we are talking about, they don't want to know whether you work for your money or
Or
whatever.
not.
It may,
As much as far as you look like someone that can be extorted.
started, they will look at you that okay, they will be the one to evaluate you right from your hair to your toe. Now okay, the kind of chain you put on, worth 20,000, 50,000, your wristwatch is 50,000, your clothes is this, and your trouser is this, and your shoe, even your shoe is shiny. They will look at it that, okay, I think if we can get this one, we'll be able to get something from him or her. Forgetting that there are there is a way of operating professionally. If they want to operate, they should operate professionally, not the way that people, even people outside the country, will see our Nigerian police as if that they were not trained. Because if you are trained and you have that training skill or what have you, you shouldn't have going to that extent, dragging. You are dragging him in the public. Where is the professionalism? It shouldn't be. And for the youth, I think when you see something, you find yourself in this scenario or this situation, I will employ you not to drag it to that extent, because there are some of police officers that even during the dragging the issue, don't be surprised that you see one among them that will just crack their gun, that will started shooting. And if you are shot and you are because of that shooting, you are nowhere to be found, who is at lost? Please, in case you find yourself in the shoe, in this scenario, don't drag. Calm. Let the people know that, okay, oh, you are calm, so that, okay, like this one now, there is no traces of dragging back at the police. He's just trying to defend himself, and there is a room for self-defense, that, okay, I will not release my phone. What do you want to check on my phone? I think this one is okay. If there's some youth, they will have changed it for that police officer that what is wrong with you?
Will drag them.
Yes. they will start exchanging blows. I think with this, the youth should be very careful with the bad one in the police commission, or the bad police officer. Not all of them, but the bad one. And for the bad one, this is time for you to repent. We don't want to have the record of 2020 again. Maybe Nigerians will now come out that, okay, we'll end police. That 2020 is hashtag end SARS.
Yes.
But when it gets to end police,
now that's a total breakdown of everything.
Even the new baby of the force, the NSCDC, the way they operate professionally. Why the most senior one
have been in existence
before they are
and actually, to think that recently I saw a content on YouTube where the youths were pitched against the police, for them to come out, let both of them come out and say or explain their part or how they see each other, right? And the police they kept insisting on it's supposed to be, and the youth keep saying this is what we face. We are not talking about what's supposed to be, we are talking about reality. What we face every day. One of them asked, as you're looking at me, how can you tell what I do? Can you tell me about myself? And they were like, no, when I interact with you, I'll be able. Exactly. Why do you see youths on the road and then automatically you make up conclusions about them, and you think this is what they are into? Or it's just because you are charged, or you are propelled by what's it called, by greed, by what you want to get on the road. Because if you don't profile people, anyways, I think I should ask Taiwo, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
All right. We cannot have this discussion without actually having a discussion about profiling and how important it is for they said dress the way you want to be addressed, right? But it's not always applicable, because even sometimes when you are dressed in your kaftan and you are carrying your Lexus R250 or RX 350,
I don't want to know.
Police will still stop you.
I don't even want to know how
as long as you are well dressed, they will still stop you
and you are young.
you.
And you are young.
You are young, exactly.
Definitely, they will
still
arrest.
stop you and they will harass you. So,
but
do you think? Let me ask you this question.
Is it wrong for young people to be rich or to
To be
No, that's
affluent or
just it.
wealthy
That's not.
or
That's
be
just
able
it.
to drive a car. And Taiwo, let me please ask you this question. Um, the issue of profiling, the idea of dress the way you want to be addressed and all of that. Do you think it's actually right? Do you think it's the way to go? Because from experience, it seems these police officers can actually not profile the right way. They can't do psychological profiling because we cannot totally rule out profiling. But if you cannot profile the right way, or if you are almost always wrong in your profiling, then something is wrong, and that's why we keep having situations like this. Do you think profiling should is actually a good thing in the first place, or should be maybe psychologically examined, psychoanalysis instead of outright profiling? Which do you think is the way to go? Are you with us?
are you there?
Okay. Yes, I'm here.
All right, let me have your opinion on
Can
that.
you hear me?
Yes, we can
Okay,
hear
okay.
you.
I said I'm looking at the angle to start the question from, but I would say for the statement you earlier said, it can even be relative. Dress the way you want to be addressed. To some persons, normal dressing can be like maybe like a call
A
for
way
action
of
to some
expression.
some of these policemen will just assume, like just assumption. Most times they will just assume, so far you are in this expensive where you are driving this kind of car, you cannot do something legitimate. That's what comes to the average, like older generation. Like that's what comes to their mind. So I think we need to start with change of mentality. It's a digital world. It's a different generation entirely. People are making it legitimately online. So you is doing something illegitimate. So I think we should start first from the change of mindset to some of our older generations. I beg your pardon on that, but I think that's one of the first thing. And to people that are always like sizing people up, it's also like a change of mindset that is needed sincerely, and we shouldn't always assume. That's about the profiling you mentioned. We shouldn't always assume that, oh, because this person is like this, sure, is automatically illegitimate, or is automatically someone that needs to be questioned. So you don't have any right to like come and question me. There was a scenario a friend of mine gave me that someone questioned him just like this too, and he was like, okay, my name is this and that, you can go and check me, I have like a legitimate business I'm running, it's an e-commerce platform, just to like clarify those kind of scenario of you will explain tire, that kind of thing. I'm like, okay, I think I don't know if you are getting my point. So, that kind of thing. So, okay, you can check me up. There's a track record to my business. So, definitely, there's nothing illegitimate I'm doing. So, there are scenarios like that. And to some persons that might not have the privilege to, maybe you don't have a profiling online. They just have to, change their mindset. That's what I would say. To a policeman, older generation, people can make it legitimately, even at a very younger age. So, it's a
In
change
fact,
of
it's not
mindset that is
even a
needed.
question
That's
of
just
if they can.
what I
It
would.
is the fact that people are making it
People are
legitimate.
making it. Oh, people are making legitimate.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
So they should know this and settle it once and for all. Thank you so
All right.
much.
Thank you very much, Ayomiko. And thank you very much, Taiwo. Ayomiko, I was about to move on to
Right.
Ayomiko to have his own contribution. Ayomiko, we are both young. we are both easy targets
Mm.
to this kind of situation I've been talking about. I'm sure if I give you the chance to say your mind, you are going to have a lot of things to say as per how much you've been profiled or harassed on the roads and all of that. If you ask me, I have a lot of things to say as well. That a lot of times that I've been harassed by police, NDLEA, road safety. In fact,
Oh,
I can't continue to count. They are innumerable. So, um, with your experience that you've had with these people, do you think that psychoanalysis while they are very different, right? Psychoanalysis can lead us to most times right answers, but profiling can lead us into a very dark alley, right? That's even if we don't, even for people who know how to profile very well, right? They still get it wrong most of the time, right? But when you're a psychology student and you can psychoanalyze people, you can tell about people mere interacting with them, right? And I'm sure that a lot of the time the Nigerian police do not have the capacity to psychoanalyze anyone, because I don't think they are well grounded in psychology for them to be able to psychoanalyze anyone. But my question to you is this: do you think that, um, with your experience with the police on the roads or wherever you've encountered them, do you think it's how has it made you feel? And do you think you'll be receptive to having police stop you in maybe in
Okay.
times to come?
Yeah, thank you, Alex. So that the question you asked me now brings me to this story that I'm about to share. So when I was still an undergraduate in school, because I schooled in Lautech. So on my way to school, there was a time that all these SARS people are always on the road that time. So we are going to school. They just stop our bus. They just had to check look into the bus and pick some people, which I was included. We are about 3 that time. They picked us and they were like, go and bring out your bag. Go and bring out your bag. I'm like, bring out your bag for what? Well, because that place is a very very, it's not a very busy road. Assuming it's a very busy road, people can just stop and ask.
What is happening?
Yeah, and that's what's happening. But then it's a very busy road, because what they did is, when they stopped us and they asked us to take our bag from the vehicle, they asked the driver to move. After we paid for our transport ourselves, we paid the transport for the driver. They asked the driver to move. So they said, "Where's our bag?" Okay, I carried my bag. I showed them. Well, they, after checking through my bag, they couldn't find anything. They now started asking me some flimsy excuse. And where am I going to? Like, I was getting furious that time, because if that was the last cash I have with me to take transport to school that time, what would happen?
They have to pay for
Because
transport.
I was kind of furious that time that which kind of stupid question is
They
that,
can't pay.
what kind of stupid question is that? You did not see that you stopped and the woman shop bus. You are still asking me that where am I going to? So I told them that I'm a Lautech student. I schooled in Lautech. The next thing, where's my student ID card? I showed them my student ID card, and they now said that if foolish, silly thing,
questions.
silly thing. I was like, the man was just like, what kind of phone am I using? You're a big boy, stuff like. I'm like, that I was really really angry. Thank God that another a bus driver just came in to pick us from the road. So like the question you just said that our policemen, they don't take time to have conversation with you before they launch attack on you. As if there is a situation whereby maybe in their police school, maybe there is a time that they should teach them, how am I going to put it, patience. Like they should, because most of our policemen
They are
like
impatient.
they are impatient. They just want to do everything in a rush.
I don't think they are impatient.
It's
I
the
think
act
what
of
they are
doing
doing is they feed on the fear of people. When they approach you and you are scared, they feed on that fear.
Yeah, no,
Right? So
definitely.
they get to rush you to make sure you don't get settled. Because when you get settled, you think of what you do and how to evade them.
See, okay, yeah, exactly, that's true. But then when they keep coming at you, asking you stuff, you see a very huge man, because most of these people, they are very huge.
Even if they are not you,
They are not
will you not be scared
they are-
if a man with
uniform.
gun
No,
is talking to you?
no, no,
With gun.
most of the policemen that used to stop people to search, they are not always on uniform. Assuming are those men that there is this pot belly and everything, that they are what just
Ayomikun, even with pot belly.
see there are some with pot belly that you don't regard. There are some of them that are used to.
Not one thing. What we are regarding about the Nigerian police, it is not the
It's not the
personnel.
person.
Yeah,
it's the-
yes, I know, yes, I
Anyways, let me quickly use this opportunity to ask Afolabi this question. There's an obvious disjointment between the Nigerian populace. I'm not going to use the Nigerian youth alone now. The Nigerian populace and the Nigerian police, because almost everybody, when they face the Nigerian police, they have some kind of unease about them, knowing, oh, in fact, you can't be a friend with the Nigerian police. Do you think there's anything that can be done to repair this relationship? Because as their mantra says, police is your friend. We know within ourselves that police has never been your friend. Or let me say Nigerian police has never been your friend. So, do you think there's anything that can be done to mend this relationship? Because there's supposed to be an existing relationship, but this relationship is very toxic at the moment. Do you think there's anything that can be done to mend this relationship?
All right, thank you. Nigerian police is our friend. It is quite unfortunate that the personnel are not our friend. You know, the so-called the Nigerian police force, what they meant for is to be our friend, to protect our life and our property. That is their duty, and that is why they were established that okay, you are there to protect the life and property of the Nigerians. But it is quite unfortunate for the personnel, and we got this from during right from the recruitment exercise. You know, because of the nepotism, favorism, and ethnicity, what have you. That is why we see some in the police in Nigerian police where they're supposed to be on the maybe at the streets, because people see them, okay, we don't want him to be disturbing us in the street, okay, let us quickly recruit him into the Nigerian police. And when he gets there, that character will still be emanating. You will still continue with that character. And there's one adage Yoruba people do say, there's no how, and our character is like a smoke. You cannot cover it. When you try to cover it, it will show. People will know that okay, something is going on somewhere. That is why, and what I want to say is that the Nigerian police should, the commission that saddled with the responsibility of monitoring the Nigerian police should deem it fit, right from the selection or the recruitment, they should try as much as possible to test the psychological aspect. They should focus more on the psychological aspect of the personnel. Not that, okay, this one is physically fit. You may be physically fit, but not mentally fit. And for someone who wants to extort, if the person is not a covetous person, and the spirit of covetousness is not in you, you won't think of extorting people is the way, is a means for you to get yourself rich.
Sometimes it feels like it's a criteria. If you don't know how to extort, you cannot be in the police force.
And that is not what the Nigerian police force stand for.
That's not what they will tell you. They know what's happening within themselves, but they won't say it. One thing I want us to know very well or better with the Nigerian police is that there's some saboteur in the Nigerian police. That why their plan initially before they join the police is they want to be extorting people. Even some, if you ask them that what is your duty as a police officer, forget about my duty. I'm here to get money. If you can't beat them, you do what you join them. That is what is going on in the Nigerian police. We know, but the people that started with the responsibility should try as much as possible to look into the sanity of the Nigerian police, so that we have a better policing in our country.
Sorry, let me add to what Afolabi just said just now. I want to talk about the recruitment to the police force. There are some people that it's just because they do not have anything they're doing, that's why they take police form. You can't expect someone that, maybe the person has been sitting down at home for a good 5 years and the person does not have any job to do, and a opportunity just come for him to serve in the police force. He will definitely take the form, and when he gets there, it's not that he has that act of service to work as a policeman. It's just there, just for him not to sit down at home doing nothing. It's just for him to work. And then this what he just said just now, that some people about extorting the saboteur, it brings me to this story. I was having a conversation with a friend some years back. This guy said, we were still in school, 500 level. So he said, after serving, if he couldn't get a job, that most likely he's going to join the EFCC. He's going to join the EFCC. Why do you want to join the EFCC? He said, so that whenever EFCC wants to go and arrest some big Yahoo people, he can give them information so that they can pay him. You understand that? So that they can pay him, and before the EFCC could get there, they will not meet them at home. You understand? You get that kind of a scenario. So that, I think that's what is happening for people to joining the police force. They don't have that art of service. If they have the art of service, then definitely them extorting people is not a topic we should be discussing about, because definitely they are going to know the rules and the guidelines they are supposed to follow.
All right, thank you very much, Ayomikun. Thank you very much, Afolabi, and thank you very much, Taiwo, for joining us from Nigeria. And
United States of Nigeria.
like we said when we started, of
Thank
course, we've
you.
been able to have a discussion about the Nigerian police. I'm sure this is a conversation that should last way longer than we've had it. This is a conversation that should continue. It will continue more conversations to maybe there can be a shift in orientation in the way we, the Nigerian populace, actually views the Nigerian police, and in the way the Nigerian police relates with the Nigerian populace. There should be a synergy. There should be a kind of unism in the way these two set of people see themselves. And hopefully, the Nigerian police force will listen. They will be better in their approach to the populace, and the populace will see them in a better light. Hopefully, that happens, and it happens very soon. And the second aspect of the confab for today is going to be where I'm going to hand over to Afolabi to do that. I'm not going to.
Why
I'm
do you
going
want
to
to
hand over
hand?
to Afolabi
Why
to
do you
do
want
that.
to hand it over?
That's because you are in the best position to do it. Ẹni ńlá ló ń ṣe òun ńlá.
Okay, all right. Thank you, and to all our viewers, we really appreciate you for stay tuned to Esteem Renovation. What we are about to talk about now, if not because of this person, we won't be able to have this platform that we are showcasing our talents, and where you are able to get one or two things from us, and we are able to get a lot of wisdom from you through the comment section. Today marks the 51st birthday of our CEO, the person of Deke Michael Adeboye Ashaolu, popularly called Omo Iya Lakara. And with this, I want to ask Taiwo Omojuwugbe, because
I hope she's still with us.
hello Taiwo.
Yes.
Okay, Taiwo is here. Taiwo is here. Okay, let me quickly ask Taiwo Omojuwugbe. What can you say about the CEO, Deacon Michael Adeboye Ashaolu? You as the former staff of this great media organization, what can you say about him?
Okay, thank you, Afolabi. Thank you, everyone. Yes, I would say we call him Baba New Jersey. Yes, Baba has a good heart, and yes, he's someone that always also wants to get better. And I would say he's someone that has this quest for knowledge. He always wants to know more. He always wants to do something better. He always wants the best. And one profound thing I love about him is flair and quest for excellence. Like anything you are doing, you always like just want to ensure it's better, criticize it, and ensure you can develop more on it. And my earnest prayer for him is that the wisdom to direct our time is granted unto him in Jesus' name. So thank you so much for the privilege.
Okay, all right. That's a Margaret. That's a Margaret for you. And okay, let me quickly, before I will ask Lex this question that I want to ask. You know, what if you are you have the opportunity now to have a conversation with the CEO? What will you tell him, or which area do you want him even to work on? I'm referring my question to Taiwo.
Okay. I thought you're asking to see me.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no. I'm asking
why are you
you.
asking me that question?
You know,
Okay, everybody has 1, 2, 3 areas to work on. Definitely, we are not perfect. But I would just say for our dear daddy and our dear daddy, it should, yeah, more patience, yes, more patience. Basically, that's what I would say.
okay, more patience. Okay, that's your own contribution. Okay, thank you for that. Lex, what do you have to say about the CEO?
About
Mm,
Baba Dada, Baba Dede, Baba Ke.
Go on, number one.
All right, I think on a day like this, I just want to wish him a very happy birthday. I want to ensure that he knows that the fact that he strives for excellence means that he can always get people to help him achieve excellence. So he should always know that he has people to count on, and not uh, is he cannot achieve yeah, they said you can only go as far as possible if you go alone, but if you go with others you go even further.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
it's not a one-man journey. It's even for people, for everyone who has personal things to achieve in life. You cannot always achieve it alone. You need people around you. So I just want to wish him a very happy birthday and many happy returns, and ensure and everything that he lays his hands on will prosper or shall prosper, and everything he has done, he shall reap them in multiple folds.
amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right. Let me quickly direct the same question to Ayomikun. What do you have to say about the CEO of Esteem Television and the founder of Enya Politic,
Yeah,
Michael Adegoya Shelby?
yeah, thank you, Afolabi. The short period of time that I've known the CEO, well, I would say that he's a very, very nice person. He's a very, very nice person. He's someone that wants to, to have success, to gain success, to have that success
From whatever he's
for
doing.
whatever he's doing. And he wants the people around him to benefit in that success as well. So the only thing that I would just say that like what Margaret has said, just be patient. When and what Alex said, if we want to move further, we move in group. You alone cannot do everything. So when we move in group, then we move more further. So that's just what I'm going to say.
Okay. All right. That is from the Ayomiko and the Lex and the Taiwo. Okay. Let me quickly ask this.
No, I'm good. You want to ask you.
Okay.
What do you
What
have
do you
to
have to
say?
say?
I'm expecting that. I'm expecting that. I want to expose my CEO on here.
I expose him.
Exposing.
Okay. He's a man that when he didn't have the avenue to reach out to people, he won't be happy. What I mean is that he loved to touch lives. And even if he didn't have that avenue or that grace of access, he would not like himself for that thing. He even each day he loved to reach out to people. And if there's any day that he couldn't reach out to anyone, he will know within yourself that something is wrong somewhere. Because through his reaction and everything, you will know that sir, even sometimes I do ask him, sir, what is happening? What happened? He said nothing. But I know within myself that he was unable, maybe he was unable to reach out to some group of people that he wished that, okay, he could have reached out to. That is one. And another thing about him, the Michael Adeboye Ashaono, is a kind of person that he love you to know even if not everything about everything, but you should know little about everything. If he asks you a question that what do you say to this, and you couldn't give him maybe our opinion, your own personal opinion that okay, this is what I think that we should do. he will not like that situation. And one thing about him is that he didn't like calling you and you did not pick his call. He didn't like it. If he called you and you pick his call, he may be the one to end up the call immediately that, oh, I'll call you later. But if he called and you are unable to pick his call, and there's nothing like reciprocate the call back to him, he will not be happy. And that is who he is. And he's a kind of person that loves to stretch his philanthropic heart to the needy. And he has been doing it. He has done it in the past, and he has been doing it, and he still continue doing it. Even before we start this program, he reached out to me that I want to do this, I want to do that, which is part of what we are saying.
What was
No,
it?
no,
what was it?
No, you
said you wanted to expose him on here.
So you
What was
expose
it?
him fully.
Okay, I should expose him.
Expose him.
Okay, he said, I want, apart from the package that I have for the staff, I want them to have something that they will eat now. How much will it cost me? Tell me, revert back to me. That is what he sent to me on the WhatsApp. He said, I want apart from what I have as a package, I want the staff to get something now. Reach out to me. How much will it cost me? I'm waiting. It's because of this program that I'm still I was unable to get back to him, but immediately after this program, I'm going to get back to him so that what he promised the staff, he will be able to fulfill it. That is key.
He will do what he says he will do. He will do what he says he will do. Exactly. Thank you very much.
That is Deacon Michael Adeboye Ashaolu for you. And let me quickly ask Margaret. Oga once said, I want you to say one or two things. What he has said before. Oga once said, I want to hear from you. Margaret? Is Margaret there?
I think Margaret has left the conversation.
Margaret has left the conversation. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Now let me quickly ask Lex.
Why are you asking me?
Oga once said.
Oga once said what?
Yes.
What did he say?
Yes. What is that thing that you can remember that even in a day? Oh, I think we want to have Margaret back on the program now. Okay. What is that thing that Oga? You know that okay. Daily. If he didn't say it, his conversation is not yet complete.
Okay.
I think we have Margaret back now.
Hello.
Margaret, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, all right. Lex.
The question was for Margaret
No,
to
it's
begin
for
with.
you. It's for you.
No, you should answer now.
Alright.
One said,
No, I want to start with Lex.
Okay.
okay.
Oga once said, hello. Ṣé Afolabi wà ńbẹ̀ yẹn? Give him the phone now. Give him the phone.
Okay.
That's it. Is Folake not there? Kò mà tún sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí o. Oh my God.
All right.
If oh my God is not in his conversation, it's not
It's
complete.
not complete.
That's is for sure.
Oh my God. All right. Okay. Taiwo. I mean Margaret. Right?
Okay. Oga once said, Taiwo, she got him once on your show year by. Ah, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. My God. I'm mad at you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you still remember another one apart from the one you just mentioned now?
I can't even remember.
Okay, you can't even remember.
Is it that you can't remember or you don't want to
Yeah.
say?
Okay.
Why you say that?
Ta ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ ńbẹ̀ yẹn? Ta ló ń sọ̀rọ̀? If you are
Àti tani àtòrí fẹ́ǹsì ni. Àwọn tó wà ta ló sọ.
Mo dẹ̀ láìkẹ́ o. But ṣe nǹkan tí mo ní kò ń ṣe. Mo dẹ̀ láìkẹ́ o.
Okay. Let
You want me to wait you, Abi?
All right.
Ah,
Let me ask Ayomikun.
Okay.
Uh,
Hello, Folake. John, I want you to take the new people into that poultry and explain all the
what?
operations that is being done in the poultry to them. So, Miss Folake, we start talking. You are too fast
fast
for
for
me.
me.
I want you to slow down. I want you to slow down. Oh yeah, Folake, explain to them again, and don't be too fast. Just slow down and talk.
Okay. All right. Let's. Okay. Let me quickly give my own. Hmm? You know, one thing about CEO is hello. Ah, mi ò mà gbọ́ nǹkan táwọn eléètò sọ báyìí kẹ́ ẹ̀. I don't have much time.
I have only
I
4 minutes.
only 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
I only have 4 minutes.
2 hours later.
That is the CEO for you. That I don't have much time.
I only
I'm
have-
about to
I'm
get to
about
work
get
now.
to work
I'm,
now.
I'm speaking to you from the toilet.
No, why? No, I've warned you that you should not test me at this time. Why can't you test me before you leave office? Afolabi, you know I like you. Má jẹ́ kí n bá ẹ jà o. That is the CEO for you. And we want to give glory to Almighty God for sparing his life to this moment. We wish you many happy in returns, and we wish you long life in good health and wealth. From all of us at
At the same
Esteem
renovation.
Renovation and the Eddie Money Foundation, we say happy birthday to you, long life and prosperity.
Thank you very much, Afolabi, for handling that part well. And as we were having the conversation here in the studio, Baba Kunle Obembe Babalayo,
Okareke.
he walked in very, very majestically, and he has been smiling at us since. Baba, you're welcome. I'm sure your program should be on air anytime from now, and you're welcome. And I'm sure that on your program you would definitely wish our CEO happy birthday as well.
With the Jesha,
Okareke, yes,
with the
yes,
tone,
with the
with the
Jesha,
Jesha
exactly.
And that's
Okareke
that's
will
the
be
only
coming on here.
dialect that Dike Michael Adepoye Ashalu cannot do without.
Yeah.
Mm.
Whenever he hears something, hears something about Ijesha, he always happy.
All right, thank you very much. On behalf of the executive producer, Michael Adeboye Ashalu, Adenipekun Afolabi, our producer, and every other staff of Esteem Radio Vision, Ayomikun Olamide, Baba Alayo, and every other staff of Esteem Radio Vision, we want to thank you, our esteemed listeners and viewers, as you are joining us in celebrating our CEO, our executive producer, on the occasion of his birthday, today being the 23rd day of October 2025. It's been the CONFAB on Esteem Radio Vision, and it has been myself, Ayomikun Adenipekun Afolabi, and myself, Lex Posimi, on the CONFAB today. Until and then, yes, for Taiwo, thank you very much, Taiwo, Margaret Omojo for joining us on the CONFAB today. And until we come your way again, this is the CONFAB. Please continue to listen to and watch Esteem Radio Vision. I remember myself, Lex Posimi. Bye for now.